He has to have a good job, a good education, his own place to live, and pay for the date. And he should always text me first. He needs to have an ongoing commitment to personal growth and development, a working knowledge of how our past traumas affect our current relationships. He's confronting his misogynistic tendencies and seeking a more egalitarian approach to dating and relationships. He respects me and all women, and he's really committed to authentic communication, even when it's difficult.
Ladies, if you are feeling like you're having trouble understanding why you can't find the guys that you're looking for because you have higher standards, etc., I've been feeling that way too until someone told me this saying. It's gonna change your mindset. A bus comes every 15 minutes. How often do Lamborghinis come? And just because a new bus comes every 15 minutes, are you gonna hop on every bus just because it's a bus and it'll take you somewhere? Or are you gonna wait for the Lamborghini? Do with that information what you will.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, what we are going to be talking about is how men can stop suffering so much in dating. Okay, you guys probably saw the TikTok at the beginning of today's episode. You know, we got women out here on every single damn platform crying about how they need to have standards and to treat themselves like the queens they are and stop putting up with these toxic men who are taking advantage of them. All of this crap, right? But nobody talks to men and says, hey, here are some of the things that you can do to avoid suffering in your life. And a lot of these things, truth be told, guys, are understandings. Okay, because I am a believer, guys, that, to be honest, most men, particularly in Western society, have been completely and utterly lied to about how things actually work. So we're going to be talking about how men can avoid suffering in dating. And obviously this goes without saying, but if you want to completely avoid it altogether, you can choose to not date. But this is for my boys who have been asking what are some of these things, who are out here still choosing to date. Now, before we jump into today's episode, guys, as always, remember to subscribe on your way in. And don't forget to subscribe to our newest member of Fiend Gang, Detective Warg. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the video description. But he's putting out daily content for you guys. He's really putting in the grind, trying to improve his content. And we are going to be improving and expanding Fiend Gang over time over here on YouTube, guys, because Lord knows, you know, it's a little bit disheartening covering all of this garbage by myself, guys. So I thought, hey, let's just share some of the suffering out there so I'm not pulling my animated hair out doing this crap myself. But without further ado, guys, let's jump into the first way that men can stop suffering so much in dating. And I want you guys to understand that a lot of these things are understandings, okay? They're not necessarily like, oh, here are the practical, the steps that you have to do. Most of them are understandings, and their purpose is to undo lies that men have been told their entire life. Okay, so the first thing that you can do to stop suffering so much in dating, men, and I wish I knew this when I was younger, is you need to, like all the women out here saying all this crap, say, I kind of agree to them to an extent, guys. Men need to stop putting up with garbage behavior, particularly from women. It cannot be understated, guys. You know, you got dudes out here trying to date women, trying to get this, trying to convince people to like them. Guys, I cannot think of a bigger waste of time, a bigger cause of pain for men than going out here and putting so much effort and time and mental energy into trying to get people to like them. I've kind of noticed that a lot of older gentlemen have this stuff nailed down because it's been beaten into them so many times, right? A lot of older guys come to the understanding that, look, I don't really care what other people think of me. I'm just gonna do what it is that I do, and if people don't like me, fine. But guys really need to stop putting up with bullcrap behavior from women. I have seen so many dudes out here, and I see their relationship, whether that be in public or whatever, the woman's just out here treating him like crap, and he is staying in said relationship. Or you get guys saying, you know, oh, how come I can't get this woman out on a date? She's like ghosted me 3 times. or she stopped talking to me, or she made excuses. Guys, if people make excuses and they don't want to see you, or they don't want to do something, that's totally cool. You have just been given a gift, guys, and that gift is knowing that you can now save your damn time. There should be nothing more important to you as a man than your time. Guys who are just available for everything at the drop of the hat, and they're out here trying to get a girlfriend, trying to chase some bedroom fun and stuff like that. You should have way more important things to be doing than to be doing these things. You are going to end up, let me tell you what's going to happen. All these girls, okay, this is crazy, right? We've all seen the women, 35 years of age, single mothers, don't have a man, okay? Their life is looking terrible because now they have like a kid, all this emotional baggage, right? They're 35, no dude wants them, they have a terrible attitude, whatever. If you as a guy choose to waste all of your damn time, you're going to be in a position where, you're going to be older in life, you've got no money, you've had no purpose this entire time, okay? You're probably unfit, you haven't been hitting the gym, you've been using your time inefficiently, and that's going to damn well catch up to you. It really is, guys. Like, I wish that I, as when I was younger, I knew this. Is like, if you're out here and you're trying to make everybody like you, the opportunity cost and the mental pain that you will cause yourself for doing that is so incredibly high that it's just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And I'll give a shout out. I don't usually watch like dating coaches or anything like that, guys, but like I like to see who else here is on YouTube. Okay, there's a guy called FitX Fearless, and I was watching one of his videos, and I think there's another guy called Austin Dunham, and from what I understand, those are dudes who are out there dating and whatever. They don't even message women. They only deal with the women who message them. And fair enough, Austin is like incredibly attractive, he puts a lot of effort into his body and stuff like that, but these are guys who understand that they're not going to be putting in their time trying to talk to and trying to convince women to like them, guys. Like, when a girl likes you, man, someone wants to be your friend, it doesn't even have to be about girls at all. Like, things are just easy. They're not difficult. You're not struggling to get time together to make things happen or anything like that, because the other person is also putting in equal effort. And I wish a lot of dudes, particularly the young guys, understood this. Like I said, I think older guys kind of get a bit more of an understanding because this is something that just gets beaten into them over such a long period of time. But it is what it is. Now, let's continue into the next point. And again, this is an understanding of, these are kind of things where it's like why men suffer so much in dating. And if you understand them, then you won't suffer so much. And this is going to be a bit of a bleak point, guys. I was debating whether I put this one in or not, okay? But the next point that I have here is that men think that women are loyal. I'm just going to say this, gentlemen. Women are absolutely not loyal. And of course, like, men are not loyal either. But everybody wants to come out here and act as though women are complete angels. Guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments, okay? But I am of the belief that women cheat more. And the reason why I think this is because they have such a disgusting amount of options compared to men. They really, really do. The only time where it would be even remotely comparable between the cheating is when the dude has a lot of options. You know what I'm saying? But the average guy really doesn't have a lot of options. I was watching, I like to go through different content creators and see what everyone's talking about, right? And I was watching a video from a live stream recently from Rollo Tomasi, and he brought up a chart. And in that chart, it was covering the ways in which people meet each other. And the different ways where they, encounter their partners and whatever, right? And the primary way, you look at the chart, okay? And in recent years, online dating has absolutely skyrocketed. And what this means, guys, is that people who are meeting each other, they are meeting each other online, on social media, all of this stuff, okay? Men are not the ones who have their inboxes full of people. Guys, I kid you not, I'm actually going to scroll up. I'm looking at Discord right now, okay? I'm going to tell you guys something. I saw a girl's Tinder the other day, and I was able to see how many matches she had, okay? And I'm going to pull this up, and I'm kind of traveling at the moment, guys. You might notice the videos are a bit inconsistent, whatever. I am not in a place where there's a whole lot of people right now. I'm just kind of passing through. This woman, there's one woman, and granted, she's like decently attractive. I would say she's like a 7.5, She has 1,877 likes. I'm looking at the image right now that I have a screenshot of. She has 1,877 likes ready to go on her Tinder. This is why, again, guys, I do not feel sympathetic to women who complain about dating and saying that they can't find a man, because it's bullcrap. You just can't find the man that you want to commit to you. That's what the problem is, okay? But on that point, guys, a lot of dudes think that women are loyal. Okay, Instagram is a dating application. I don't give a crap what anyone says, guys. Instagram is the biggest dating app in the world. And the reason why it's such a big dating app, guys, and why this is so important is because a lot of guys seem to get this idea that, oh, you know, their girl is completely faithful. Meanwhile, they have like 50 doors open to different men online, you know, a good portion of which they've had quote-unquote friendships with. I always laugh, man, when I see like, I can tell, and there are lots of situations where I've seen women will say to their boyfriends, you know, oh, don't worry, he's just a friend, or these guys on social media, they're just friends. And I know full well that woman has either been with that man or at least seen him out on a date or something like that, or there's been like romantic interest while out on the town or some crap like that. But the idea that men are the only ones who are disloyal is something that's so crazy to me, guys, especially in the era of social media, right? Dudes will be out here dating women, see all of these ridiculous amount of red flags, and then just be like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna put up with them because she's not gonna cheat on me. It's like, no, dude, the woman has pink hair, she has Snapchat streaks as an adult with 50 dudes, her Instagram, you know, looks like something that you would find for a $5 subscription out here on a certain website, you know what I'm saying? And we're out here pretending like these women don't cheat, right? Like, it amazes me how a lot of dudes, they get themselves in this situation and they're surprised when their girl cheats. It's like, you can talk to the woman for 2 seconds and you can know that she's going to cheat ahead of time, but guys, like, they don't want to believe it. Right? They know, a lot of men, when they're in relationships, they know that the woman is a bad quality woman, that she's probably going to cheat or she's probably going to do something awful down the line, and they just want to pretend as though they don't see it. And in my opinion, guys, dudes need to stop pretending like they don't see things, okay? And that's one of the points that I had there, guys, is a lot of men think that women are angelic creatures that they pedestalize, and they think that women don't cheat. So when it happens, it's like the most unbelievable, gut-wrenching thing they've ever witnessed in their entire damn lives. When had they known a few red flags or understood some things, they would have known, okay, I'm not going to deal with her at all to begin with. Now let's continue to the next point here. This is a funny one that I wanted to share with you guys, okay? Because I was talking to my editor before I was making this video, and this is not Mr. Sasori, this is a different editor. So, you know, don't go bothering Mr. Sasori about this, but my editor is in a relationship with a girl, and they've been in a relationship for, I think, like 7 or 8 years, okay? And I was saying this point to him. So the point is that how men can stop suffering so much in dating is they need to stop listening to the advice that women give. Okay, and I told my editor this information, and he just full on agreed with me. He's like, yeah, that's absolutely true. Because even this guy, right, he's pretty switched on. He understands that, you know, being in an 8-year relationship still, he understands that a lot of the times when women say something, guys, it doesn't actually mean that's what they want. It's kind of like, I brought up this analogy to him. I said, it's kind of like you're dealing with a child, right? You're playing with a toy in front of the child. The child sees you, and then it wants the toy. You give the toy to the child, and the child will become bored with the toy in 2 seconds. Girls are kind of the same. I think I've also heard like an analogy with a cat and a string, right? Where cats will relentlessly chase a string or a red dot or whatever. But once they've kind of got whatever it is, they just get bored of it. And this is the sad truth of online dating. Of modern day dating, excuse me, where a lot of girls don't even realize this. They just refuse to understand this fact that when they have things, they get bored of them a lot of the time. Now, not every girl is going to be like this, guys, but it's to the point where so many of them are like run by how much dopamine they can get from something. What's the new next exciting thing? And this is such a problem when you've got things like Instagram, because they're out here, they're with their boyfriend, then all of a sudden a story comes up from some dude that they used to date. She replies to it, and all of a sudden they're talking and meeting up for coffee. It's just far too damn easy. But the point that I had there was that men need to stop listening to the advice that women give. I remember, guys, when I was going through the good old public schooling system, which, as we all know, is just an absolute failure. You know, my classes, all of my classes, literally were full of womanists, guys, just absolutely full of them. And a lot of guys would believe their advice, and I would believe their advice here and there too. And let me tell you something, guys, there is nothing more destructive. Okay, I'm probably exaggerating there, but there are a few things more destructive than believing in very bad ideas and very bad concepts, especially when you put them into practice. Like, one of the ones that I remember that was just constantly espoused, still espoused to this day, is like, guys, you know, if you like a woman, you've really got to show her that you like her, and you have to be her friend first. No. See, men do not need to go out here wasting their time being friends with their romantic interests. Right? Because while that guy is going out here being, first of all, that's the manipulation tactic that women cry about all the time. Oh, I thought he was being my friend. I thought he just wanted to talk to me. And now I've lost a friend because I realized he had romantic interest. They always try and play this plausible deniability card where they go, oh, I thought he was a friend. I didn't realize that he was interested in me. It's like, yeah, get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. It's so disgusting. I'm going to return to that point if I remember in a second. But, you know, despite the fact that it's a form of manipulation that women claim that they don't like, they'll say crap like that. You know, dudes have to go out here, be friends with girls, and just treat them well, and show them that you're a kind guy, and give them all of these positive traits, when we all know that a lot of women are just straight up attracted to, like, dark triad traits, right? Just really not fantastic or pleasant traits and all that kind of crap. And I'm also going to return to this this point that I just made there, guys, about the plausible deniability. This is something that's absolutely beautiful, because this is something that you'll notice is not afforded to men. Girls can sit there and they can have 50 dudes in their Snapchat DMs or 50 dudes in their Instagram DMs, and they can sit there and they can say, oh, don't worry, man, don't worry, you, he's just a friend, or all of these guys are just my friends. Right? And they can pull that because they have plausible deniability. Because if you say, these men are not your friends, then all of a sudden you're insecure, you're an a-hole. And women get to play this, right? They get to say, if you want to disrupt me from getting male attention, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to claim that you're insecure, you're an incel, or you're a misogynist. And yes, I'm aware I'm pronouncing those words off, okay? They're going to be able to claim those things because they have plausible deniability. Well, let me tell you something, guys. A woman who has her Instagram DMs open is the equivalent, if not significantly more powerful. Let's just say you had a man and a woman in a relationship, okay? And a woman has her Instagram DMs open and her Snapchat DMs open. That is like the equivalent, plus significantly more, of a man out here in that same relationship choosing to be on Tinder, choosing to be on Seeking Arrangements, Hinge, and Bumble at the same time. Because men typically have to be the force that, like, at least makes things happen a little bit. Girls get to play this like, oh, but I wasn't sure, I thought he was just a friend type crap. Right? So meanwhile, you got dudes out here in relationship with women being completely loyal, and they've got like 50 orbiters all giving them attention at once. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Disgusting behavior. But that was the third point that I had there, guys, is that men suffer too much here because they listen to the dating, particularly the dating advice that women give them. Okay? Now, this next point, this is the second last one I have here before we maybe jump into a Reddit story, because I'm feeling quite unwell recording this video. The next point that I wanted to make, guys, about why men suffer so much in dating, and this isn't even necessarily so much in dating, just in general, is they don't put any effort into themselves. They don't put any effort into themselves, okay? I don't care what a man does, whether his interests be in XYZ, I couldn't care less, okay? Guys, I'm not a fan of, like, cats, all right? I think that animals, cats as an animal, I think they're a terrible animal. Not a fan, right? But if you got some dude here who wants to be a veterinarian or something like that, and that's his purpose and that's what he wants to focus on, I think that's fantastic, okay? As long as dudes have a goal that they're going towards, because the problem is so many men suffer because they have no goals. They make things their goals that shouldn't be their goals at all. You know, they're not progressing in terms of finances. They're not progressing in terms of fitness and stuff like that, which, by the way, is just so incredibly important for men. if anything, for the health aspect. But dudes just out here, man, putting no effort into themselves. I never understand when I come across a guy and he explains to me that he has no ambition. Like, they're literally, I'm sitting there and a dude will tell me that, yeah, you know, Taylor, I don't really have much ambition, or I thought about doing this, but I just can't really be bothered. And it frustrates me that a lot of men are out here thinking so little of themselves, having such little ambition. You know, what are you going to do? You're going to go out here spending your time chasing girls, chasing people who don't give a crap about you. Like, especially the young guys, because I know a lot of young guys have a lot of free time. You should be investing that time into yourself somewhere. I don't care if it's a gym. I don't care if it's like a purpose that you have to make some money. Ideally, both of them. But men are just not, dude, men are out here literally putting more effort into their pets, into their girlfriends, into like watering the plants in their house than the effort that they put into themselves. And that is some of the saddest stuff I've ever heard, guys. Like, and the problem that I have with that is like, yeah, look, it's good to do things for other people, sure, right? It's good to be a caring individual. It's good to do things for others that may be in need or whatever. But the problem is you can't really help other people if you don't help yourself first. I heard an analogy the other day, guys, which was like lifeguards are apparently trained not to save people if the people they're saving look as though they're going to drown them too, or as if they're going to hang on to them and not allow them to live, kind of thing, right? And it's the same thing with people, man. Dudes out here putting so much damn effort into other people, right? All the while dragging themselves down, dragging their mental health through the mud, using all of their time to do things that other people want to do, rather than solving the problems that they have and progressing in their life. I think that is one of the most disgusting things of all time. But let's continue into the next point here, guys. And honestly, I might have to call the video recording after this because I'm feeling damn unwell here. The last point that I have here in how men can stop suffering so much in dating is they need to stop treating relationships with women as the defining factor in their life. I've seen this on YouTube. I've seen different content creators say this, like, oh, I've been with like this many 100 women, or I have like this many relationships. And I always think to myself, like, okay, you know, these are not things that should define a man. Like, just because you have been with so many girls, or just because you're chasing girls, or you're doing this or you're doing that, it doesn't make you any more valuable as a man. You know, a lot of these things are just straight up wasting time. Like, they really are. Really, you want to spin 5 plates at once? Like, do you understand how much time that takes away from you as a man? A significant amount of time, because all of those 5 girls are going to be clamoring for your attention, you know, wanting to be your girlfriend. You're going to have to be individually managing the feelings of all of them, trying not to like hurt one over the other. They all want to feel special. They're going to want to have bedroom fun with you, do stupid crap. I came across a video of a content creator called LFA, and he was talking about this, and he was talking about like why he only saw one woman at a time, and it was just because of the time thing, man. You know, and these are not things that should define you as a man. You want to go out there, you want to have a lot of fun, cool, okay? But that doesn't mean this is not something that should define you as a guy, or make you respectable, or make you like, it just never makes sense to me, man. Going out here and treating the relationships that you have with women as the defining factor in your life is just something that is bound to cause a lot of suffering. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. So as always, if you have any thoughts, any comments that you'd like to leave, don't forget to do so. That is what the comments box is for. Don't forget to subscribe to our newest member of Fiend Gang, Detective War, guys. He is going to be linked in the description. And without further ado, I'm going to be leaving you guys there. So make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace. Yo, what is going on, guys? Past Taylor here. We are currently looking to expand fiendish content creation behind the scenes, so if you are interested in becoming a content creator alongside me, be sure to check out the application form at the very bottom of the video description. This is for those of you who are interested in becoming a part of the content that you see here on YouTube, so if you're interested in applying, make sure to get in quick. People who apply first will have priority for consideration. Again, the link is at the very bottom bottom of the video description. Lastly, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel, there are links to both Patreon and locals below the video, guys. I'd like to extend a huge thank you to the supporters on those two platforms. You guys allow me to make these episodes, and your support is greatly appreciated. As always, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I will catch you later for real this time, guys. Peace.